Hey, how you doing? Just a quick message and thank you to everyone participating in the ALS Ice Bucket Awareness Challenge. Um, just want to give a quick reminder to everybody um, of why this is so important. And so just to give you a quick overview, um, in my case, in many cases, all that'll differ is where it starts, um, the symptoms. But other than that, it pretty much goes the same. So I'm going to quickly share what happens to us. And I'll give you my case first. And so you think you have a hurt foot. My right foot stopped working, stopped doing the up and down motion. So you think you have a hurt foot. And so you do everything you used to do to fix it. You know, you ice it, you heat it, you elevate it, you stretch it. And then one day I was going to get into the car and I went to kick the dirt off my foot, off the shoe. And I realized I couldn't move my leg sideways. So all of a sudden you go, oh man, this is not just an injury. So that's where it starts. You go to the doctors. They take, once they see that there's no damage to the area, they start looking for nerve damage. So they check out the cervical, thoracic, and lumbar, the three sections of your spine, and they look for nerve damage. When they don't find any nerve damage, then they do what's called the lumbar puncture or a spinal tap. When that comes back clear, then they send you for EMGs, where it's they put needles in your muscle, and then they ask you to contract it, and pretty painful, and then they and they can register the movement and everything like that. Once they get led to believe in one way that something's up there, then they start looking neurological. So you get MRIs of the brain, and then what they do is they go down a process of elimination, and they rule out MS, 20 different kinds of muscular dystrophy, and other things. They go down this list piece by piece, and it takes about a year. And then when it's all said and done, you're left with motor neuron disease. And the ones that we have that you're all involved with right now is ALS, amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, known as ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease. And then you get that speech where we don't know what causes it, we don't know how to stop it, we can't slow it down, there's no cure. You have about 1 to 5 years to live, and then from there you just watch your body shut down a limited time, and so it's cruel, it's and it just doesn't stop, there. And nothing you can do, like the old mentality of you work it out, you get through it, you do this, and you'll get it better. There's none of that. Everything you do, hopefully to slow it down, and you don't even know. And actually, if you overdo it, you could actually lose things before. You can fatigue it and overwork it, and that's it. So with that said, you go online because the doctors don't know anything. So you start looking for something, and there's just nothing on it. And then when you find out it's been over 70 years since Lou Gehrig got diagnosed with it, it gets frustrating that, and then you find out it's because it's a numbers game. There's not enough of us for them to make the money back, or or to put the funding in. And, but people are suffering and then dying, and relatively quickly. So that's why it is such a big thing to see this awareness getting out there and getting some research done. And hopefully in the very near future, when somebody goes into that office and they say, you have ALS, instead of getting the 1 to 5 year to live thing, they'll hear, but we now know what causes it, and we know how to slow it down, and hopefully we're going to cure this thing and reverse it. So, and I just want to encourage you. I know in today's world, it's sometimes we get that mentality of, some people, they just don't want to be around it. It bums them out or whatever. But that's when you look at it from me kind of attitude, and I just don't want to be around it. It's a bummer, whatever. But if you flip that around and look at it and say, when your head hits that pillow at night, and you can say, man, I did that challenge, I donated a little to the organizations, and you should feel good about it. You shouldn't be bummed out. You should know that you're helping the people now, like myself, to see this happening. And a lot of us, we don't kid ourselves. It might happen in our lifetime, it might not. But just to know that sooner or later, somebody will not get the speech that we got is just so great. So I just want to encourage you, don't be bummed, don't let it weigh you down, flip it around. You're doing something great for a lot of people, and for years and years to come, generations to come. And that feeling that you get, that good feeling that you get from that, that's just a God-given gift. You can't put money on it. You just can't. So I just thank you, and thanks for listening. And as always, I love you, man. It's just beautiful the way you all reach out and encourage me and everybody in the ALS community. And so thank you. I love you very much, and God bless you. Take care.